Thanks to a collaboration between Women Forward International and the Gender Studies program of Sciences Po, Présage, 5 students have worked on the situation of Ukrainian women who were displaced by war. They have benefited from the specific support of Ozone, and they have written an excellent report in which they make some recommendations to improve the situation of these women. We really hope that this recommendation will inspire policymakers to improve this situation.
We specifically decided to focus our report on Ukrainian women artisans. Artisanship exists at an interesting intersection of being a form of labor and business, but also a form of cultural preservation and tradition for women. The role of women has also changed in the war. For a lot of them, they now have the sole duty of being a breadwinner for their family and having to make an additional income to support themselves and their potential children. Also, for a lot of them, craft isn't recognized as an official form of labor, so it is a lot more difficult for them to continue their craft. During wartime, this is exacerbated, and we're really hoping to help women continue their craft and also have access to the necessary support to be able to make a living for themselves. The role of artisanship has changed, but so has the role of women during wartime.
So we started off with contacting both individual artisans as well as NGOs working in the specific fields, which allowed us to meet women, first of all in France, where we did our first interviews, as well as conducting online interviews with women that are living more in rural spaces in Germany as well as in Poland. From that on, we were able to go on a field trip, which started in Warsaw in Poland. After those first interviews in Warsaw, we were able to go on a day trip to Wrocław, another city in Poland. After the interviews we conducted there, we had the chance to go to Berlin, where again we met a lot of both individuals as well as NGOs, which allowed us not only to conduct interviews, but also to participate in workshops on Ukrainian art and meet women in their community spaces.
So one of the most interesting findings that we believe we found in our study was the fact that craft really is a tool of women's empowerment, whether this be economically speaking, in the sense that a lot of women used craft as a way to support their families, as a way to make additional income on the side of their jobs, or whether in terms of social empowerment and social integration in the host countries that they're now moving into, and which are now their new homes during this period of war. They've been able to go into spaces, meet other Ukrainians, and speak about their experiences, and as one individual mentioned, even use craft as a form of art therapy.
Lastly, we found that craft can provide means of resistance for Ukrainian women in Europe. Firstly, Ukrainian women are able to raise funds for the Ukrainian army by selling their work and giving crafting lessons. Ukrainian women are also able to promote Ukrainian culture and identity through their craft, something which they believe is very important in this context of war and Russian aggression on Ukrainian national identity. And this overall provides an opportunity for empowerment and resilience through times of hardship. However, it's important to remember that this comes with a number of obstacles and barriers, including language barriers, obstacles linked to childcare and care work in general, mental health issues, geographic isolation, as well as a general lack of knowledge of the legal framework and business contacts within their host countries.
Based on our findings, we recommend European policymakers, NGOs and civil society organizations working with refugees to support Ukrainian women artisans by promoting their work locally, by providing them spaces for intercultural exchange and their work, and supporting them in their entrepreneurial skills. And an exhaustive overview over all of our policy recommendations is then found in our report.
Sciences Po.